Hey everyone, what's up? Chat, what's up? Welcome. Welcome to my early afternoon streams. For those of you who do not know, my name's Kurisu. I am a VTuber nobody knows, and I'm an average guy stuck in cyberspace. And today I am going to do something that I should have finished a long time ago. It's been a while since I haven't picked up my drawing tablet because I've been playing a lot of Slay the Spire lately. I'm really been enjoying that game, and yeah, we're gonna be drawing today. To be more specific, we're going to be turning my Oshi, that being Ironmouse, into a weapon. For those of you who are new to my series of drawing VTubers as a weapon, I think this was like episode 7 or 6, I think it was. But anyways, the reason why I couldn't continue this episode specifically, it's because that one day when I was drawing, the internet literally shut down, and I was like, oh my god, really? In a streaming day? Are you serious? But hey, we're gonna finish what we started, you know? Besides, hey, Ironmouse is my Oshi, so I cannot do any disservice whatsoever, or else I myself am failing as an artist. I will be failing as an artiste myself. What about you guys? How have you guys been so far? Oh yeah, chat. I will also say that I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There were some shorts that I was supposed to put up a long time ago. There were No I'm Not Human shorts. But unfortunately, those got deleted a long time ago. But thankfully, I saved the VOD since I will plan to make a YouTube video for that one and Buckshot Roulette, since they're correlated to my lore in a way. But I managed to save some of the clips, and damn, I really cooked a lot with those shorts. El Goblin, welcome in. Also, Goblin these nuts. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. I had to. I actually had to. But I also made a few announcements as well. And I have to, before we start drawing, I have to say the announcements first. Number 1, I
stand up from your chair and stretch those shoulders. Stretch your back too.
All right, wait. I guess we're gonna have to wait a little while before the announcement. Let me give myself a little stretch. Oh, my back is killing me. Ah! Ow! Okay, you know what? I actually needed that. Thanks for the stretch. I really needed that. I think I felt a bone crack or something. But yeah. Okay, I'm ready. I'm light as a feather now. Sorry, I didn't know it was that. Don't worry about it. I mean, I placed a lot of stuff for you guys to interact with, since I noticed that you guys had a lot of data tokens on you, and I was like, you know what? Let me give them something at least. I gotta give the people something to interact with my stream. So yeah. You guys have options now. Lots of them. You were curious of what it was? Yeah, curiosity killed the cat. Or in this case, curiosity killed the goblin. Goblins are always curious for whatever reason. Have you guys played lots of D&D? You guys will know that goblins are a bunch of menaces, but they're always curious about everything. But yeah, now you know what the rewards are for. So yeah, where was I? Oh, that's right. So for the announcements, number 1, I put up a short on TikTok to announce that I was going to be doing a face reveal under one condition: 100,000 followers, and I'll do it. That's it. That's all it takes. On Twitch, of course, not on YouTube, not on Instagram, Not on any other social media platform, because I feel that the hardest platform to build a following is Twitch, because there is no discoverability on Twitch unless you're already someone with a big enough name. So yeah, 100,000 followers on Twitch, and that's it. You guys are gonna get your face reveal. And don't even think that you can cheese your way by using bots. Because I know, believe me, chat, I will know. I know who's real and who's fake. Just by seeing names and shit. Oh yeah, you thought you could get away with that, huh? I see you typing shit. You thought you could get away with that, but no, I will know. I mean, I have 2 auto moderators for that specific case. So yeah, don't even think about it, chat. Don't even think about it. The security in the syndicate it's an uptight security, I will not lie. Yeah, it's extremely uptight. But yeah, TLDR, face reveal, 100,000 followers, and you guys are gonna get it. It'll happen. It will happen. That I promise. I don't promise, I swear it. I mean, for the love of God, it's literally on my reward, so now all you guys have to do is just reach the goal, which is not that well, I mean, it is hard for me, but I don't know. Anyways, announcement number 2. An account that loves to follow VTubers on Twitter, known as the Book of VTubers, actually followed me. Yeah, the Book of VTubers follows me, so that would mean that I myself have my name inscribed in it. Yay! Another bucket list item filled. Let's go. Does that mean that I'm someone's Oshi by now? I think I am. And if I am, then holy shit, that's a big responsibility to do. Yeah, that's a really big responsibility. Being someone's Oshi. I hope I don't disappoint them. Oh yeah, and another thing, which is number 3. The moment that I finish playing Slay the Spire and I get the win with both the Regent and the Ironclad, I will go back to playing Final Fantasy VII. Because we don't have an exact ending on Slay the Spire. I wanted to slay the Architect, but unfortunately we cannot do that yet. When they add an update, when they add an update where you can, slay the Architect, we'll go back to the game. Who knows? Maybe they will add the Watcher again. Why do I say that they may add the Watcher again, even though she was extremely broken in the first game? Because, chat, there is a buff in the game called Divine, and I was like, Divinity, as in the Watcher buff from the first game. So yeah, that got me curious. Maybe we may see the Watcher back, who knows? I just hope that, we don't have a ridiculous case of Inner Peace Eruption draw 2 cards. That Infinite, it was so unbelievably easy to do, I'm not gonna lie. Although, speaking of Slay the Spire, there have also been patch notes that were finally released for the game. Some of the cards got buffed, some of the cards got nerfed. However, Slay the Spire is not for today. We will leave Slay the Spire for another day. The reason as to why, it's because we're going to do something important today, and it's something that is well in love to my heart, and that is art. We're drawing. Let me get myself in my little corner, there we go. So I can give you guys something to watch at home. Color picker, there we go. So if you guys want to see me draw and stuff, grab some popcorn, grab a drink, grab a snack, and we're gonna be drawing. Yeah, we're doing art. Let me get my Eclipse Studio. There we go. Chat. I have it's been a while since I've touched my tablet. I think I don't even remember when was the last time I drew. Yeah, I really don't remember. I honestly do not remember one beat. All right, where is the mood board? What size was this anyways? This was change image resolution canvas size. So it was a 4,000 by 4,000. So let me just grab and open a new one. 4K. 4K. All right. I'm switching the screens now. Game capture, Clip Studio. Give me a sec. Clip Studio. You guys can see the Clip Studio pane, can you guys? Because I switched it to Clip Studio pane, but it's not showing on my screen for whatever reason. Yeah, it's not showing, which is unfortunate. But that's okay because I can always place it on the capture window. All right, there we go. It's a little scuffed, but it's something, all right? All right, let me get my pen, my trusty drawing pen. So chat, last time that we were making art, let me show you guys what we were working on. We already have the mood board for how are we going to draw Ironmouse as a weapon. And so far, this is what we got. So as you guys can see, we already have the mood board, 2 mood boards for that in that case. And the mood boards contain the color palettes and everything you need, pretty much. We also got the exact measurements of the blade in question. We also got this blade as well. The reason why I'm measuring the blades is because I want this weapon to double as a cleaver and a dagger at the same time. I also threw in a cinnamon roll in the reference because I want like this area or maybe some of this area to be cinnamon roll themed or something. I also picked up this metallic color which is kind of like a rose gold, which I think will look nice with the handle because I was thinking like, you know, the handle is cool and all. It's cool that it has gold on it, but I feel that a rose gold could look better with it, considering that this is Ironmouse we're speaking of. So next we have the little bell. This is extremely iconic when it comes to Ironmouse. So we're gonna need the bell, 2 bells to be exact, because in all of her models, she uses, if not 2, 4 bells. But in most of the artwork that I have seen from her, she has always seen with 2 of these. So we're gonna have to include the bells with the little horns on them, which is a must. We also got the color palette. There's the bells as we literally stated, and the exact measurements of the blade. Like the whole idea with the weapon is for this to be a cleaver and a dagger. So we see here that it's apparently the hilt itself, like the handle itself, is 6 inches, 6 inches long, 7.5 inches for the dagger part, and 13 inches for the cleaver part. So the idea for this weapon, what I had is that you have the weapon here, right? You have the cleaver, and then in this interior part, you have the dagger part of the weapon. However, there's gonna be like a contraption or like a switch where you store the weapon in the little hilt that it has, I need to find a bigger hilt, but you literally click a switch on the hilt, and it literally becomes from a cleaver to a dagger. That's the whole idea with the cleaver itself. Another thing I also wanted to do with the reference is that I wanted to include these skeletons. So as you guys can see, in the Underworld Goddess model, she has these two skeletons, and I thought they would look pretty cool for her dagger, so I have to include them as well. Maybe in this area. Or I can just have like the dagger be a combination of both of them pretty much. I think that would look cool. So we are going to be having to be extremely creative with this. Because actually, I'm not gonna lie, chat. Last time I tried making the weapon, I had a bit of an art block, but not this time! Not this time! Well, let's see, measurements. Where are... Okay, those are the measurements. This is important. The most important part of this is the measurements. The reason as to why, it's because if somebody, for whatever reason, wants to 3D print these weapons and include them in something like a cosplay, I want the weapons to be usable. So that is the reason why I'm taking these measurements into consideration. Because I want these to be pretty much cosplay approved, if you will. And we already have a lot of VTubers who have been turned into weapons. So far we had Sayu, K9, Kenji, Nano, and Zikos. So it was Mousy's turn. And in my opinion, I thought that Sayu was the hardest one. I think Mousy would maybe be the hardest weapon to work with. Alright. Gotta do it. Alright, first things first. We need the measurements. So let me get the measurement numbers. That is 13 inches. So let me get that. There we go. Alright, there it is. 13 inches. I do need the other inches. 7.5 and 6 inches. I need to find the numbers for those. Alright, 7.5. I found those. However, I think this is not the same as the one above. Yeah, I don't think it's the same either. So I'm gonna have to grab these two layers, copy them, and boom. Alright. Now that those are there, I can finally merge it with this. So the red goes in the blue. That means that this goes over here. Okay, wait, the hell is there an additional 6? Get out of here. Alright. We have the measurements for the blade. The blue part of the measurement is the cleaver itself. The green part is the hilt, and the red part is the dagger. So, first and foremost, the hilt, which is going to be the most difficult thing to do, has to be stylized. Because normally, whenever I see daggers like these, they have like a style to them. It's not just like a regular hilt. Sure, you can do a regular hilt if you want to. I mean, nobody's forcing you to make them like this. But I want this blade to feel special. Hence is the why the hell is... No! Stop! I'm seeing my Discord and I see like the pin. I see that red pin on Discord every single time someone tags you, and I'm like, no, not now. I'm doing art. I'm doing art. Okay, jokes aside, I have actually been creative these past couple of days by focusing more on editing the shorts and stuff, to the point where I'm also getting motivated to actually do a full-length video for YouTube, but my VODs are just too long. They're like 3 to 4 hours straight, and editing them is going to be hell. I need to find the weapons for the. So we know that this cleaver here is so we know of its shape at least. I don't want the blade itself. I just want the shape of it. Because this weapon right here, we know that it's 7.5 inches, so we're gonna be including that here. Because remember that the blade itself is gonna be unattachable. But I still feel like the hardest thing is gonna be the goddamn hilt. The hilt is gonna give me the most work, but I have to try something. Maybe a combination of the two skeletons that Mouse has. At first, I was thinking maybe we can use these claws, and maybe we can make her weapon be claws or something. But then I was like, nah. I think it's better to do. I think it's better to do like a dagger or something. I also noticed that Mouse has. I also noticed another thing that Mouse on her Underworld Goddess model has literally skeleton pieces on her model. Like, look at this. This is a spinal cord right here. That is freaky. What the heck? A spinal cord. Look at it. Yeah. Look at the spinal cord. Like, these are bones, chat. These are literally bones. You got the spinal cord, you got the shoulder bones, you got hip bones. And then you have the skeletons from the backside too. Look at that. Maybe we can combine both skeletons to have to be combined, and you see that they have this separation here. Let me get a white color so that you guys can see the separation. I don't know if you guys can see it from here, but I think you guys can see it. So here there is a separation on these bones right here. This area right here. So maybe we can make a separation like so. Maybe it could be something like this. Because my idea for the skeleton is to combine the violet one with the pink one so that they form a part of the hilt. But the most difficult thing is to draw a goddamn rib cage. And how does a rib cage work for a weapon, that is? That's the real question. Let me see the dagger again. Because at first I was thinking maybe these could be like the wings of the skeleton. Maybe that could have been the wings, but I'm not so sure now. Maybe the dagger can be like, maybe the head of the dagger can go here. All right, let me see these skulls. Okay, so the skulls have like this type of lines. One of them has is a more serious face, and the other one is a more confused face. But the skeleton wings, yeah, these are necessary. I also took a look at bird structures when it comes to bird skeletons and stuff. Let me look for it again. Because I believe that birds also have the same structure as the skeletons here. So if we look for a bird skeleton, they don't have the same, but if you look closely at birds with wings on them, you're gonna see that they have something similar. So let's see if we can find a bird that has bones on them. Or maybe it's not a bird skeleton, maybe it's a bat. Let's try a bat. Oh yeah, it's definitely a bat. The bat is the one that has that has those type of bones. So I confuse these ones with a skeleton, but no, those are bat wings. Okay, we can actually use that. Okay, let me see if it's the exact one. It's a combination of a. It's a combination of a. Yeah, it's a combination of a bat and a human arm. So let's see here. I am not gonna lie to you guys when I say that every single time I have to look at skeletal anatomy, it kind of freaks me out. I don't know why. Something about bat anatomy is something about anatomy itself. It's just, you're looking at body parts and shit. I'm like, that's freaky as shit. Someone should make a horror film about this. Yes, this is so good. Okay, so I need to show you guys this because this kind of looks badass in a way. I would not tattoo myself, but I'm seeing this and it's kind of giving me ideas on how do I want to do how I want the blade to look like. Let me show you guys. All right, chat. Let me go to illustration. Look at this, chat. That looks cool. That actually looks cool. So what we can do here is that we can make the part of the blade itself be like maybe this part, which is the tail, could be because these things have tails, by the way. These things have tails. What we can do is that the tail part could be like the end of the dagger in a way, or maybe we can have it have two tails so that they form like the bottom of the oh, okay. Chat, let me cook. Chat. All right, so we can have the creature, instead of having one tail, it can have two tails on them, right? And then we can have the tail swirling so that they actually form the bottom of the blade. Oh, okay. You know what? I think I see the vision. Yeah, I see the vision now. And then these wings can be like the part of the blade, like the handle of the blade itself. I don't think I'm gonna wait. Okay, I got it. Yep, I got it. Layer. All right, I got it. Because it's gonna be both sides anyways. It's only one side where they're gonna have the skull, and one side where it's gonna have the rib cage. So that means that we're gonna have to find a human rib cage as reference. Bones. How many bones does a rib cage have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's 5 of them, but what about... Okay, 5 of them. I think I did a huge mistake searching anatomy. Holy shit. They have more than 5, and the thing is, Mouse's model it's a bit simplified. Human child. Yeah, Mouse's bones rib cage is very simplified. Yeah, it is. So there's one here, and then one. This is the one that holds the wings actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 rib cages. But I still feel like I'm gonna fuck it up. So I'm still gonna need like the base rib cage. All right. There is the rib cage. I don't need the rest of the bones. I just need the middle part, chat. So as long as this is, yeah, I need to make a new layer. New layer, opacity on this. As I said, chat, I really do not need all these bones on the thing. I just want the middle part. That's all I care about. All right, so this is not gonna be easy, chat. But if there's one thing that you guys should know, don't be afraid when it comes to art. Don't be afraid to trace if you do not know exactly something. You know, if you're stuck and you don't know how to draw it, you can always trace it when it comes to references and stuff. But if you trace an artwork exactly as it is, don't say it's yours. All right, don't say that you did it. But if you use references, you trace them because you don't know the shape. For example, bones here. Bones can be used for anything, whether it's X-ray or anything for that matter. You can pretty much trace this and then make your own thing with it. This part right here has a separation, so that means that, okay, I see now. All right, so next I'm gonna have to have a ruler and do a separation here with the ruler. And now everything that you draw on one side automatically gets replicated to the other. So let me go back to the layer, to the blank layer. Oh, right. I did a wrong layer. That's fine. So, gonna have to do it on this layer. Let's say you want the other side to look exactly like the other one. So all you gotta do is just do a ruler. So pretty much you do this and just replicate the bone itself, the bone structure. All right. Now from this over here, I see that the upper part here has like a division. Oh, there it is, on the division. So it's this division here. So there's the division part. Okay, what else can we look at? There is the next thing we have to do is the parts of the rib cage, which is not the easiest thing in the world. But we can use these as reference. All right, so maybe not pick the lowest one. That's for damn sure. Another good thing about this is that you can see that there's a back part to the skeleton. However, the most difficult thing to do is literally like because it's transparent. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's behind it. Okay, I see. It's behind it. So if we, and these are the front skeletons, by the way. If we get to the back side, you can see that they have a different angle. Yeah. All right. Go back to the skeletons. Oh, they have spikes behind them. That's pretty cool. Okay. Pretty much where these arms are is where it is on the little thing here. So that means that at this top part, maybe we should separate this, by the way. Well, no, I don't want to do that. Maybe this should be separated. There we go. It is separated that way. Well, then again, I need this to be a. I need this to be. There we go. There we go. Much better. Now we make the arms. Let me go here. It is very hard to make bat wings. I've never done bat wings in my life. What we gotta do as well, chat, is that we need to join the we need to make a joint for these things as well. We gotta make joints for them, or else the blade itself is not gonna work. Like we need something to attach the wings to. Let me see the bat. Let me see the bat wings again. Do they have? Let me see how their joints look like. Because if they don't have joints, oh yeah, they do. They do. Okay. I'm looking at the bat reference here, and they have joints. You guys know how in the body structure, like whenever you move an arm or a finger, you feel like there's like a bowl shaped bone in it. That's what I'm talking about. That's the joint that we mean. Those are the joints we need. So yeah, we need something for these wings. The wings, on the other hand, they can be attached, so I'm not too worried about that. All right, let's do that. Yeah. Oh, right. It's the upper part. Okay. That does not look like an arm. What the fuck? This part over here needs some work. Okay, let's try it. Okay, it's not the best, but at least we got something on our hands. It is not the best at all. And this is where we are going to need the reference to make the wings, because the rib cage is extremely oversimplified, and he has 5 instead of 10 ribs. It has 5 ribs. It has half the ribs. So let's see. Okay, this is the draw layer. Mousy, you're going here. I need from this. I need the wings. So let me make this bigger. You know what's funny, chat? All this shit that we're doing right now, this is literally for the handle, by the way. And I am adding the joints, by the way. So let me do that. Wrong layer. Yeah, chat. I cannot blame a lot of people for not wanting to draw bones, because drawing bones is extremely complicated. Hell, a lot of people struggle with it, but you know, it's not a bad resource to learn either. I have a lot of anatomy books too. Let me add a joint here. Okay, there we go. This is how I add the joints. Okay, sharp over there. I first draw the bones and then add the joints. That's how I do it. I want the joint to look like this. There we go. It's like a bow joint, you know? That's what I'm trying to do for the bat wings itself. Because remember that joints are supposed to be kind of like a ball in a way. So that's why I'm drawing them like balls. Another sharp one. Okay. There we go. See how the joints work? That's how I do it. That's how I do joints. All right, there it is. I feel like this could be, there we go. And then there's the joint. These don't need to be exactly the same. Like, they don't need to be specific, but you know. Like, they don't need to be balls specifically, but I just decided to add balls to them. That's how I imagine joints to be mostly. Take a shot every time I say joint. Actually, no, don't do that. You're gonna die. And now for this, I'm gonna have to connect all of these together. Okay, these are all connected together now. Okay, chat. We have part of the blade already. And now we need to draw the rib cage. All I wanted was the wings for this. So this we can finally delete. We still need this as a point of reference. And let me remind you, chat, this is just the handle we're making. Again, let me remind you, this is just the handle. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why is drawing a ribcage so goddamn hard? Okay, one thing I draw on one side is gonna copy to the other, so I got not much to worry about. So let's try. One, two, three. Four. Five. Okay. It's not the best looking rib cage, but I did my best, and I think that's fine. I think this looks good. I think this looks more than fine. Jesus Christ, what am I doing? Actually, no, I don't like these rib cages down. I think they could be a little bit less I think it could be curvier in my opinion. What do I do? What the fuck? Ah, now this looks much more. This looks better. This looks way better. Finally. Okay, we already did the rib cage. There is one more thing we need to do for the rib cage, and that is we need the neck part. Let me see. Let me see the neck. I need to see the. I need to see the neck. What does a skeleton neck even look like? Skeleton neck. I know I don't have to be this detailed, but I want to be as accurate as possible, alright? I want to be as humanly accurate as humanly possible. And I'm trying my humanly best to do so. Take a shot every time I said humanly. Actually, no, don't do that. Don't fucking do that. You'll be intoxicated. Oh. Nah, it doesn't look so bad. Okay, let me see how you draw a neck. So, 1, 2, 3. Lots of bones on the neck. I need to see the specific types of neck. See how I'm gonna be drawing them. Chat, how many bones does a neck have? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two, three, four, five, 6. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I feel that the wings should be bigger. I don't know why, but I feel like the wings should be bigger. I feel like, yeah, we should do that. Make the wings a little bigger. Let me do that. All right, I want these wings to be huge. All right, separate them. Grab them one by one. Right, gotta delete this bottom part. There we go. Hey, all right. We made the wings bigger. Bigger and worthy of being on the blade. Okay, we got it. Let's go. Now for the most interesting part, the skull itself. So from the skull, what I'm seeing here is I see a lot of shapes, and we can use that to our advantage. Meaning that the skeleton itself, the skull doesn't have to be a specific shape, and we can actually use the shape language provided here to make the skull. So far we have yes over here. Okay, so I see like this is like a like some sort of this is some sort of shield shape. Yeah, this is literally some sort of shield shape that we can use for the face, at least part of it. And then next for it, we can build this part on it as well. There we go. It's all about joining shapes. You know, that's why we're doing with the shape language. However, this heart over here, something that I'm planning to do with it is that I'm planning to do this. So that half of it is pink and the other half is violet. Because if you guys kind of see Mouse's motif, her whole motif is pink and violet. And remember that these are gonna be both skulls joined together into one. So alright, starting with the skull. So we start with the shield shape. So we gotta do that. 1, 2, 3. So 1. Oh, right. I need to turn this on. 1, 2, 2, 3. Oh, okay, okay. This is like a mask, but the upper part has to be bigger. The upper part has to be longer. So 1, 2, 2, 3. There we go. Yeah, yeah. The upper part is like it's like a mask. So yeah. And now that we have this, we can make the nose and we can make the face. 1, 2, 3. Let me turn this off. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, I see, I see. It's not curved. It's not even curved. All right. 1, 2, 3. I think the smile on the skull is let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's part of the skull. And then for the other part, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have the emotions on the skull itself. And we need to include the little nose, which goes over here. I can't believe that we're doing all this work. Actually, the nose has to be smaller. All right, let's try with a 4. Let's try with a 3. Huh. That kind of works. All right. We have this part of the bone already. Now time for the other part. Where is the... Oh, right, there's the pen. It's the part that connects on the top. But before that, this part on the sides needs to be erased. All right, let me reduce the size of the mouth. Oh, no, that's a bad idea. Yeah, let me do this. Reduce the size of it. All right, I think this is manageable. Yeah, this is adequate. And now we do this. There we go. Hey, all right. 1, 2, 3. So now we do 1, 2, 3. No, those are too long. So that means that we have to do this first. Fortunately, at least it has a separation in this part. Okay, how big is the separation? I wonder. Not that big. Good. And now that I did that, yeah, this brush is way too big. Okay, we got that. Are they really separated? Not that much. Keep in mind, this is the skull we're making. And it's giving us this much work. Alright, first half. First half is going to have oval shaped It's gonna have an oval shape. Okay, so oval shape. Oh, DJ, you can keep playing the music. I don't mind. There we go. Okay. Oh, because it's all connected. I see. So that means that this part. Is that how it works? Kinda is. Okay, I need the reference once more because I don't want to keep switching from screen to screen. Especially this part. I can just do this instead of this. Okay, so okay, right side. Angry eye. All right. Oh, that's right. I need to make something for the skulls as well. All right, all right. I think we got it, chat. Hold on a second. One, two, three, four, five. All right, I got an idea. So I'm just gonna have the stream here because I do have the stream on my phone, funnily enough. Now I pause it and I can use it as a reference on my phone. And now I can start drawing because I'm using it as a reference. Now I notice that these parts are also highlighted. Wait, nope, wrong layer. There we go. I noticed that these parts are highlighted, so I might want to emphasize those. Yeah, I might want to emphasize these parts. There we go. And then I do this. I'm using the wrong layer all this time. And then this part is connected here. And now this part actually connects here. Okay, so far that... Okay, so far finally it's happening something. And now... Okay... Do that. Alright, we got one side alright, we already got one side done. Now for the other side. Okay, now for the other side. Okay, doing that. Pausing my stream on my phone to get a reference. I think that's like the smartest thing I've done so far. Literally pausing the thing just so I can get a reference. Pausing my stream on my phone. Okay, so this part. This one is an oval shaped. This one is like a weird oval shaped. Alright, let's try. Yeah. Okay, it's close to this. I know it's close to this thing. Then do this. Wait, then do this. Okay, there it is. there it is. And then I do this to copy the other side. Oh my god, this is not gamer rage, this is drawing in the wrong layer rage. Ah! For fuck's sake! Ah! Alright, you know what? Desperate times call for desperate measures. Get out of here. And now... Boom, easy. Alright, I got on the other side. I just realized the type of mistake I did and I corrected it. Oh wait, that's the wrong layer too, isn't it? Which layer is this one though? I literally make this into a new layer. I am so stupid, chat. Holy shit. Oh, right. I can do it. Mercury layer below. There we go. Now it's all in one layer. And now I can do the shenanigan that I wanted to do earlier, which was this thing. Alright, so this part... This part is really weird, which is the reason why it's wild like this, so... Yeet. There we go. Then if I do this... Alright, I have the skull, chat. I literally have the skull now. Now all I gotta do is do this. Because I'm not done yet. Okay, there we go. These are behind, by the way. These horns should be behind here in this area. Okay, there we go. Maybe they could be a little lower as well. Yeah, that can work. Yeah, maybe let me move them a little lower. See if that works. Okay, that works perfectly. That works wonders. And now that means that I can do this. There we go. Okay, you know what? That looks sick. Okay, I like that. That actually looks sick. What the fuck? Okay, that actually looks sick. I like that. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Important stuff. That looks sick. Holy shit. Okay. Chat, that looks sick. So now, this big ass head. Now that we have this big ass head. Okay, maybe I should do it in a circle. Control copy. Control paste. It's in its own layer, and there's a reason as to why I'm doing this. There's a reason as to why I placed the head in its own layer. And it's because I'm gonna do this. Okay, there we go. Now for this layer, it should delete this. And then this part. Okay, that looks cool. That looks sick. That looks very cool. Alright, chat. We got the skull. We actually got it, chat. We managed to get the skull. what we did, chat, for those of you who are curious, we combined, oh, wrong layer. We combined both of these, skeletons into one, thus giving us this. Gotta say, it actually look low key. It actually looks cool. For a cleaver, for a blade, it actually looks pretty fucking cool. And now comes the most difficult part, the tails. So that means that the tails have to be long enough to. And keep in mind, chat, all of this we're doing, all of this detailing and shit, this is only the handle. This is not even like the full blade. This is only the handle. All right. Guess we're gonna have to try something creative here. Okay, one. I got it. Wait, what am I doing? I can just... Am I stupid or what? Alright, now that I've done that... Okay, now that I've done that, I can do this. You know what's fucked up, chat? This that we're doing, this is just the sketch. This is not even like the full thing. This is just the sketch. Anybody will look at this and be like, who the fuck does this amount of effort for a sketch? This idiot. That's who. That's who. Alright, let me see those tails. Okay. Oh, they have like a bead shape to them. And they're not that long. Okay, so they're really thin. Okay. So I need to follow like a thin pattern for them. So that means that I am gonna have to do this. Fuck. All right. Control, copy, paste. Sure, never mind. Control, copy, paste that. This out. And then delete the rest. I need a bigger eraser. There we go. The skull is not going to be deleted, which is one thing. And now I have to be careful that I do not delete this part, because this is the part that we're going to need the most. There we go. Hey, we got it. And then we go back to this and it's back to normal. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Okay. Alright. Alright, okay. There's a reason why we did this, chat. The reason why we did this specifically, it's because because if we delete this part, whenever you want to, my god. There we go. The reason why we did this is so I can delete this, right? And then now that we have this part, we're gonna delete it eventually. But now what we need to do is that we need to make this beat-like shape for the tail itself. And once we do that, that's when we're gonna have the that's when we're gonna have these tails. So we are going to be doing this shit beat by bead. So let me try doing that. Can't do it with this brush. There we go. All right, we got one part down. Let's try the other one. We're trying to imitate the part on the other side so that we can get the exact shape of the tail, you know? Okay, let's do that. Never would I thought that I would go back to drawing this weapon ever again, so but here we are. Okay, do that. Oh, my hand hurts already. Fuck. But that is the price to pay for amazing art. Because if we delete this, that's how it looks, and it's pretty much similar to the shape we have. And then lastly, we add the tail. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you know what? That actually looks sick. Holy shit. Wait a minute. I'm cooking here. Wait a minute. What the fuck? Forgot one more thing to do, and it's this area. I feel like at the end here, I kind of wanted to add, like, for once you ain't played Slay the Spire, just call me Luke. Yes, I am not slaying the Spire tonight. I'm doing art. I mean, to be fair, in my defense, I actually did promise that stays EID. The hell does that mean? EID. But anyways, today I decided to promise to you guys that I was gonna draw something, and we're turning Ironmouse into a weapon. This is the handle for now. This is what I got for the handle. Which, what I did for the handle is that I combined these two skeletons into one. That's the reason why you have this handle right here. And keep in mind, chat, this is just the handle. This isn't even like the blade of the weapon itself. Can you believe that? Oh man. But yeah, this is what we got so far. The handle alone. Next we have to work on the cleaver part of the blade, and then we have to work on the dagger part of the blade, because it's like a blade that switches from cleaver to dagger. And what I'm doing here is that I'm adding these beat shape this beat shape to the tail, because that's at the very least what the reference here is providing. That's what I'm doing currently. So let me try doing more of that. Let me... Yeet. There we go. Now this part is going on the front, and then the other part is going to go on the back. Unless I actually want to do like this illusion that part of it is going over. Actually, I think that will look pretty cool. Yeah. I think that'll actually look really cool now that I think about it. But we're gonna have to delete some stuff. Okay, doing this. This is the part where we have... This is some parts where we have to delete some. Okay, not that big of a brush. Jesus Christ. Maybe over here. To make way for the spirals. So yeah, the tails are swirling pretty much. And then back again. There we go. And then open the space again. There we go. And the fact that I have to do the same for the other side is crazy. Back again. There we go. Hey. And now I just gotta add the rest. Who the hell pinned me now? Oh my goodness. So many people pinning me. Sorry, Pips. Okay, never mind. It's just one of my streamer friends who is not going to be able to stream tonight, unfortunately. Chat, do give some love to my good friend Lou Tentacles. She cannot be streaming tonight because she's currently sick, which is a bit of a bummer. But you know, health comes first, so I wish her nothing but the best. I just hope she gets better soon. She's my bestie. All right. Let's keep doing that. Let's keep doing art. Because I am an artiste, and it is my responsibility to provide everybody with quality art. Not the AI slob that everybody just likes me to follow. Anyways. Alright, more of these. There we go. I'm gonna be deleting the lines that we currently have on the example earlier, Because I wanted to make these lines as reference, pretty much. So that's the reason why. Okay, do that. Do this. So that means that these lines are back. There we go. This line is tricky over here, but that's fine. I can manage. The fact that I decided to turn Mousy into a freaking dagger as well. Everybody will be like, hey, look, Mouse is more accurate because, you know, Mouse is small and stuff, but, hey, man, you guys know what they say, the little, the mightier. Don't fuck with anyone smaller than you. Alright, and now we do the same exact thing. So, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Alright, chat. Now we go back to this layer. And all of these lines you see, we're gonna go and do the opacity layer. And all these lines are gonna get deleted. There we go. Yeah, yeet. There we go, easy. And now that we have that, we go ahead and do this. And we have the tails. Is there anything else that this has? Oh, right, the spinal cords. Yeah, the spinal cords. Spinal cord. How many bones does a spinal cord have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, five of them. Got it. So one. Oh, right. I'm on an eraser. I'm stupid. Please help. Okay, so one. Wrong brush again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh God, what have I done? Chat. Oh wait, I almost forgot something extremely important. Hang on. All right, here we go. Oh God. Let me add this to the. Let me add this because again, this is supposed to be a freaking dagger. How are you gonna hold a? How are you gonna hold a dagger if it looks complicated and uncomfortable? I don't want people to feel uncomfortable wearing a dagger. And then okay, there we go. Oh God. Yeah, chat, again, this is out of my jurisdiction. This is really out of my jurisdiction. But at least we gave reason to hold the dagger, you know? And now that all of these pieces have been put together, wait. Oh, hang on. There we go. Now that all of the pieces have been put together, let me then merge them all together. So I'm gonna do this, merge selected layers. All right, holy shit, I did a, wow. Wow. Chat, remember, this is the handle only. This is only the handle, and we've already done a lot. Jesus Christ. That handle took forever. And again, this isn't this isn't even the blade, bro. What am I doing in my life? Alright, how would it be if I reduce its size? Be a little bit more. Okay, you know what? That's actually tough. Holy shit. Holy shit, that's actually tough. Wait a minute. I actually cooked with the handle alone. What the fuck? Wait, what? That's insane. Okay, I'm gonna copy and paste this and turn it off just in case. And then this one. Wait, what? Why can't I transform it? What? Oh, yeah, it is invisible. I forgot. Okay, because this is supposed to be a cleaver. Again, that's insane. DJ, you can keep playing the music. I don't mind. That is actually really fucking cool. I cooked with this one. Okay. And now I need to do the cleaver part. I think the hardest part to do was literally the... Yeah, the hardest part to do was literally the skeleton itself. But I still want to add the bells. How do we do that? I got it. Chat, we're gonna add the bells to the dagger. That's what we're gonna do. The bells are gonna be encrusted in the dagger itself. So, you know what happens when those bells are destroyed, right? Do you guys have any idea what happens if those bells are ever fucking destroyed? Yeah, terrible things will happen. Don't make me say I didn't warn you. Okay, so I need the exact measurements of the blade. Especially this one. I got a cleaver and I got a blade. Blade. Here it is. I just need a shape. I don't need anything else. I do not need the bottom part because we already have what we need. So reduce this in sizing. Yeah, that is way too big. I want the tip of the blade to touch this this part right here. It's still too big. Although, wait a minute. Although the blade itself could be bigger, and maybe, just maybe. Okay, that's perfect actually. That is actually perfect. And now we add another layer because I don't want to ruin it. Or we can just do the lazy way. Yeah, we can always just do the lazy way. This can go down. I just saved that in case of emergencies. So we can do the lazy way and do this. Delete the entirety of it. And now we're left with the line itself, with the rule. And now that we have this line, we can start doing the dagger. So let me start doing that. But for that, I'm gonna need a curved line. Okay, it's not gonna be exactly the same because I really need the... Okay, I got an idea, chat. I got an idea. It's not even connected right. Yeah, it's not even connected right. Yeah, I just gotta trust the process, chat. That's all I gotta do. Okay, maybe from this parts of the bone to here. And now that we have this, we can place this on top, although it doesn't matter because we can just do the opacity here and delete some parts of it. All right, I think we got it. Let's go. Okay, we got it, chat. Holy shit. I still think the skull looks a little too refined. I think we should give it some more refinement. All right, let me do that. Yeah, let me add some refinement to the... Yeah, because the skull itself looked alright, but it could have looked better. Okay. Added this part of the bone as well. Then add the spikes that I also added. Do this. We're almost there, chat. All we need to do is just the blade, but I'm just refining stuff. Just adding a bit more line to it, you know? That's what I'm doing pretty much. Just a little longer. Okay. There we go. We got it, chat. We got it. We got it. And now that we have the dagger, all we gotta do is do the bells. And these bells look easy to make, but they're extremely fucking difficult. At least from what I'm seeing, of course. Alright, bell time. I see that the bells have like a... The bells are circles, that I know. But I feel that the other part of the bell, like this little circular part, I think it's gonna be the hardest thing. But I'll just have to see. I'll have to see. Turn these off for the circle layer. Now these ones have to be smaller. Imagine like, oh shit, okay, wrong layer. Imagine like attaching materia to a weapon in Final Fantasy. That's exactly what we're doing right here. We're literally attaching materia to a sword in a way, but instead of materia, we're using bells. That's what we're doing here. Let me place this somewhere. I would say maybe around here. Control, copy, and paste. Wait. Control, copy, and paste. There we go. And now we add the other one. I actually copied it. Yeah, I mean, I tried copying this specifically. Control, copy, and paste. There we go. Okay, it has the bells now. And what I have to do is I have to do the little horns on them. But instead of doing this, I can just do the first one. Let me see how the horns look. Because I don't want to fuck this up. Okay, the horns are a little smaller than usual, so... Okay, we have that. You delete this to apply the horns. And then do this. Do this for like the outer part of the bell itself. This is a part of the bell's half, but I don't want to do that. Not yet, at least. There we go. And this part is usually in the middle part. But I feel like these bells do not need, like, yeah, they don't need this. They don't need the bottom part. Because we already saw from the design, it doesn't even have the bottom part. So now we just add this over here. Alright, we have both bells on the blade, by the way. Both of them. You guys are gonna see what I'm gonna do with these, by just so you know. So I'm gonna do this merge with layer below. All right, they're both on the blade. You can see that they're both on the blade, right? But now, all I have to do is just do this. Control copy paste. Then I am going to increase the size of these, so that they look like they are they're encrusted in the sword itself. Let me just make them a little bigger. Alright. It's a little scuffed, but if I do this and place it above, maybe around here. There we go. Hey, and now we just, now all we need to do is just delete this part. And there you have it. Now the bells are attached to the sword itself, without having to worry about anything. And we're gonna emphasize that they're attached to the sword. Okay, chat. We got it. We got the dagger. Oh my god, I need to hydrate. Chat. This literally looks like a sacrificial dagger. What the hell am I doing with my life? Alright. What else do we have? I mean, we could have a booby keychain. I would love to have a booby keychain. But I feel like we've done so much with the handle already. Yeah, we've done too much. I don't think we need to exaggerate ourselves even more. So that means that we only have one thing to do, and it's to apply the cleaver now, which is okay, where the hell is the cleaver? Is it... That's not the cleaver. This is the cleaver. Found it. Now this is the part of the blade that we need to add. Night Candy, welcome in. Yeah, we're doing Ironmouse. We're drawing Ironmouse, and well, we're making Ironmouse as a weapon, and so far this is what we have. This is the handle, by the way. This is the handle of the sword. Well, of the cleaver and of the dagger itself. What I did here is that I combined both of these skeletons into one and turned it into a blade handle. Oh man. This is what we decide to do on a Friday night. And now I need to know the exact measurements of the cleaver so that we can use it as well. Okay, this is the cleaver. Okay, the measurements is over here. So opacity low. Okay, it doesn't need to be that huge. Jesus Christ. Wait. Okay, yeah. Because the cleaver is supposed to be the blade is supposed to be attached to the cleaver. So this is what we want. This is literally this is what we want. So now that we have that, let me... Can those be attached? No, I don't want to include these in the line art. There's a reason as to why. I almost forgot to do something with these bells. Let me delete these real quick. And delete this part of the bell because this is the sockets for the bells themselves. This is not like extra bells or anything. These are the sockets. So let me rename these bell sockets. Yeah, because these are gonna be colored. These are gonna be colored silver, by the way. And then for the cleaver itself, I'm gonna make another layer. And we're gonna be using the lines. This one specifically. Am I in the right layer? Yeah, I am. And now all we need to do is this. I swear I'm in the wrong layer. No, I am in the right layer. What the hell? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the size. It's the size of the thing. That's the reason as to why it looks so weird. Then do this with the other side. The reason it looks weird is because we don't want this exactly to be like a cleaver. We want this to be like a cleaver and a blade at the same time. A cleaver and a dagger at the same time is what we want. Okay, you know what? That actually looks fucking cool. What the hell? That actually looks freaking cool. So the idea with this, chat, is that you can literally like press the skull over here and then it can turn into a dagger, or you can put it in the hilt again and then it turns into a cleaver. That was the whole idea with... That's the whole idea with with this weapon. What am I doing? What the hell am I doing? But yeah, that's the whole idea behind this monstrosity. Oh man. Okay. There's the blade itself. The bell sockets, which go literally on this layer. This blade, we're not gonna attach it to the rest because there's another thing that I need to do with it. You guys are about to see what it is. So now that we have this, we are gonna do the magic thing of... Okay, I don't need this. But now we can do the magic thing of placing everything in a folder. So we place this here, grab the entire folder, make that shit bigger. Okay, we make that shit bigger, right? Right? Oh no, it's taking a long time. Why is it taking a long time? Oh, there we go. Oh, right, let me delete the measurements. We don't need those anymore. And then copy these two. Control copy paste. Wait. Yeah, copy these two. Okay, they're the same. And we move these two down here. Well, oh, next, right, it doesn't make any difference. Yeah, it's the same shit. It's literally the same shit. But I feel like we should not do that, at least not yet. So we're gonna name this Dagger Line Art. Bell sockets, and this we are going to be naming Cleaver Line Art. Alright, we got it. So now we have now that we have the rest, now we can literally start with the grayscaling and everything that needs to be placed. So let me do that. Grayscale. All right. Grayscale. This is a good gray. We can use this. Cleaver line art, dagger line art, and bell sockets. I think we may have an issue, chat. Or I can always just do this instead. Wait, what? Oh my god, I'm stupid. There we go. Grayscale and add this. There we go. We got it, chat. Let's go. By the way, I left these parts I left this part gray intentionally, just so you guys know. Because now we are going to be grabbing one more thing here, and it is this thing this thing. The color palette. If I could find a layer which I place the color palette, that'd be nice. Oh, found it. That is the only bad thing with working with a lot of stuff. It's literally the color palette. And now that we have literally everything, now we can start doing my favorite part of the whole thing. Coloring! Alright. Palette. And then next to the grayscale, we can apply everything. So we're gonna apply the violet part. So we're adding this violet, which is for the eyes. Dagger line art. So we're adding it to this part. This we're also adding it to this part of the skeleton. We're adding it to these parts specifically. And now that all of these violet parts are, well, violet for fuck's sake. Let's see here. I can always turn this violet as well. I want to show you guys something soon. But for now, I'm also turning the joints violet because the joints were originally not there either. Oh, it's just so hard to select the joints. There we go. Okay, now we have everything. So we got violet. Boom! Oh, that looks cool, actually. There we go. Who the hell pinned me again? Why are they calling me in the middle of a stream? What is wrong with these people? Alright. Now that I have that, let me see what violet was it for this? Was it this one? Okay, it was that one. Okay, got it. Got it. So now we had another one. This one's pink. So for pink, we're going to... Wait, did I... Okay, I didn't. I was gonna be worried if I did. Place these all the way here. And as always, place them over in this area, this area. There's still gonna be parts that are gonna be missing, but I'll manage to do them by hand. I'm not too worried. And it is extremely rude to call me when I am literally streaming. What in the world is going on? Hey, chat, have you guys ever, like, done something that, you know, that is extremely important and everyone does their absolute best to interrupt you, even though you do not want anyone interrupting you at all? A story of my life, because it's happening to me a lot. A lot these days it has been happening. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna apply this to the mouth. And then the violet part. It's not that noticeable, but you guys can see it. Pink. So far it's looking cool, chat. So far it's looking extremely cool. And I like it. But there are still parts that need there's still parts in the artwork that still need a little bit of coloring on them, so I am going to apply the color to them now. And that's exactly what I'm doing currently. I am applying le colors. Chat, I am not lying when I say this. I have been pretty excited lately to be more creative as well these past couple of days. I've been excited to do this art stream for you guys. I have been doing a lot of editing lately as well, which honestly I think it's one of the best things that I've done this week. I've been releasing a lot of shorts for you guys. A lot of funny shorts too, and some of them where I legitimately cooked. So I really hope you guys like those whenever those come out. Like, let me keep doing this. There we go. Do this. Do that. There we go. Oh, shit. Alright, gonna have to do that one from scratch. That's fine. Alright. The pain of being an artiste. I mean, sure, I can always, like, increase the line selection in order to select everything, but I just like doing it by hand, you know? It's like grabbing a painting and actually, like, painting it by hand, which is the reason why I'm doing it by hand instead of actually using the tools to cheat it out. Besides, I like doing this a lot, so I am an artiste. God damn it! All right, got that to do. There we go. You know what's funny, chat? Out of all of my time that I have been streaming, I don't think I ever received a hate comment, like ever. I've never received a hate comment during the time I started streaming. Like, and I'm just asking myself, where the hell are the haters at? Like, I see a lot of people like having people coming to their chat and literally hating on them, and then they make TikToks about it, saying, "Oh, I got this guy that said, oh, wrap it up, buddy," and I'm like, where the hell are those guys? Those guys never show up on my streams. What the hell? Must be on the wrong side of the internet if that's the case. Either that or they just dare not to mess with me because, you know. I mean, I'm a chill guy. I don't mess with anybody unless they mess with me. Like, if I mess with someone, it's because I'm asking for it. But I don't mess with anybody. Anybody at all. Now that I will say, that doesn't mean that I don't have my own pet peeves, you know, as a VTuber and content creator. Oh hell yeah, I have lots of pet peeves actually. Like, if there is one thing that I hate about VTubing, I hate it when I hate a lot of things actually. I really do not like it when there is people who think that they can get away with anything just because they're a VTuber. And yeah, I really do not like that. It's like, dude, just because you're hiding behind an anime girl or guy or they them, we don't discriminate, doesn't mean that you can get away with anything, you know? Like, every action has to have their consequence, and yeah, you're gonna have to live with those. But you know, there's people that think that they can do whatever the hell they want, and they end up paying the consequences in the end. And that is one of my biggest pet peeves as a content creator. I really hate it when people do that shit. And it's like, dude, you already got everything you wanted. You know, you got people who love you. You're pretty much set for life. You know, you have all the money that you could ever ask for. But people still manage to fuck it up somehow. It's like, dude, what else do you want? You have everything. What? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And that's for the people who literally are successful streamers, you know? And they just want to do like the wildest shit imaginable. Like, it happens every time, chat. However, there are streamers that are huge, and sometimes they even get the hatred for no reason whatsoever. They just get hate for just vibing. An example is literally, well, Ironmouse herself. Ironmouse, she well, actually, wait, DJ, you can keep playing music. I don't mind. Ironmouse is by far one of the most humble VTubers that I've seen. Granted, from my perspective, I don't know what happens behind the scenes, but so far she has been humble all the way through the end, and people still hate her for no reason whatsoever. And then there's people that are often saying, "Oh, maybe we can get a get together so that we can meet Ironmouse." And it's like, she cannot leave her house even if she wanted to, dumbass. And then that's when someone gets canceled, and yeah, it doesn't end up pretty at all. I don't know, man. I feel like when it comes to hatred for people who don't deserve it, it just feels forced, you know? It just feels like I don't know why. I just feel like we just made the wrong people famous, you know? There's a lot of content creators out there that honestly are humble as fuck, and they deserve to be in the spotlight, but sometimes they don't even get that chance. Sometimes they don't even get the opportunity to be popular, like some of the other bigger streamers. Granted, I'm not saying that they got popular for no reason, because they actually did work their ass off to be where they at, but just because they're at a higher position, doesn't mean that they can do whatever the fuck they want. It just doesn't sit well with me. Like, you know what I would do if I were a millionaire because of Twitch? You know all of the shit that I would do? The first thing I would do is I would literally get my family out of debt forever. No, it's like I would be looking at my family. I'd be like, Gramps, Grandma, Aunt, Mom, Dad, whatever you guys fucking do, you don't have to worry about money in your lives anymore. Like, you guys are fine. Hey, you guys are all right. You don't have to worry about that shit no more. But it's only a matter of time before that happens. So now this color right here, this is rose. This is rose gold, and this is what the whatchamacallit. This is what I want the daggers colors to be. Fortunately, we have every single color here except for rose gold. So it's gonna be a little difficult to implement it in this, unless we do a bit of voodoo magic. Let me see if I can. Let me see how this looks. Grab this. Grab this. Okay, I need to see how this looks. Place this on top. Yeah, yeet. And then once you do that, I just need this part. I don't need the upper part. And once you do that and place it on here. Wait, no, wrong layer. Oh, it's up there. Okay, I'm stupid. Okay, let me see if this works. Turn this into a clipping mask. Doesn't work, that's fine. Wait, actually, yeah, that's what I wanted. I actually wanted it to be like this. Yeah, that looks sick. What the fuck? Oh, hell yeah, that looks sick. However, I don't want this part. I can delete this part. But this looks sick. Okay, you know what? That actually looks cool. I like this. That actually looks cool. And now we go back here. This is the dagger line art, by the way. So now we go back here and we're gonna choose to be pink. Maybe like a violet pink. No, 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 no. Let me see what pink is this. Yeah, give me the darker pink. I want that pink. So we're gonna name this one dark pink. Maybe the value could be a little darker. Yeah, maybe that can be a little darker. Let me try something here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 is good. And then I do this. Control Shift I. Dark pink. I mean, looks cool and all, but I feel like some of the parts here cannot be seen, which is a little unfortunate. Okay, maybe I think I can try something with the tonal correction. Hold on. Hue saturation. Maybe that can work. Huh, wait a minute. Chat, wait, I'm cooking. Hold on. Holy shit, actually looks cool. Wait a minute. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks sick. What? However, this goes below. There we go. However, the blade, I don't want this for the blade, so we're gonna have to confiscate that. Nope. Dark pink. Okay, you know what? That actually looks sick. I like that. Holy shit. Wait a minute. Oh, that looks cool. Is that part of the... Okay, it's kind of part of it, but that looks really fucking cool. What the hell? You know what's funny? It's kind of similar in a way. It's kind of similar. All right, you know what? That works. That actually works. Now for the blade. All right. So this can stay as this color right here. However, I'm not satisfied with this. So now that we have the color for dark pink, I'm gonna call this one bells. So the bell sockets, we already know they're different. They're gonna be a different color. So this layer over here is gonna be placed in a clipping mask because we are gonna be using a lighter gray for these. I think I have the lighter gray around here. Yes, we do. And this, there we go. Okay, we got those. Those are the bell sockets. I still feel like they kind of look a bit wrong. Actually, I got it. Wait. Oh, because it's part of the line art, that's why. Okay, we're gonna name this one Bells for real this time. Delete this part because this part's supposed to be the bell part. And then we make another one called Bells 2. Okay, actually, no, we don't need this one. We already have bells for that. The only problem is that this is not on the grayscale. Oh wait, it's because I got an eraser. Am I stupid or what? I think I'm stupid sometimes. So now I do this. So let me do, wait. There we go. There we go. But I feel like I don't like that color. Let me go for another one. Maybe this one. I mean, it's the same color as the grayscale, but we're gonna change the color of the blade anyway, so it's not like it matters. No, actually, leave them as is. Okay. Bells and bells. Grab a spray paint. Bells. Whoops. Select these. And then, where is it? There it is. Bells. Actually, select them both, yeah. Okay, that looks cool. Now the real question is, what weapon do we, what color do we want the blade to be? That's the real question now. Because we already have rose gold, which is the line, it's the line art itself for the blade. But I kind of want something else, you know? I want something for the blade so that it doesn't look generic. I want this to be a sacrificial dagger. Hmm. Have we used have we used this color? Have we actually used this color? Well, then again, it's the same. Wait, we haven't used violet. Like, we haven't used dark violet. We can use that for the cleaver. Yeah, let's do that for the cleaver. Okay, so select everything outside, Control Shift I. And now everything. Another layer, dark violet. So now that we do that, we grab this. I know, there's better ways to do this, but I'd rather do it like this. I'd rather do it like this. I don't know, it's just, I just like it, you know? I do it for the love of the game, chat. For the love of the game. Alright. There we go. I don't have to worry about going out of bounds. Like, this thing's gonna prevent it anyways. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, so far that's looking really fucking cool. Holy shit. I you know what? I like this. I really like this a lot. And then let me see the bells part. There we go. All right. Dark violet, then I go for white. I need a spray. Is this gray? No, that is not even the right color of white. No, that's not even the right one either. This is. Okay, that maybe it was better the other way, yeah. Oh yeah, that actually looks like metal. And now for the lower part, for this part. What color shall we go for the dagger? I was maybe thinking like something like this, like a rusty color, but I'm not so sure now. I mean, we can try going for a color like this gray. Oh, we haven't used red at all. We can go for red. Oh, hell yeah. Well, let's go for red. We have not gotten for red at all. And then let's see. We do this again. All right, chat, how does it look? This actually looks kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. Holy. Chat, I present to you the mousy cleaver. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, that looks so cool. All right, now there's only one more thing to do. We just need to find the 2D model, the entire 2D model of... oh, never mind, I found it. Okay, so let me just save image as... That's a web file, never mind. Wait, can I copy can I copy this file? I can! Alright, okay. Never mind. We got it. Now what we have to do is we're gonna have to place mousy over here. I don't need this palette anymore. Okay, and I don't need the grayscale either. You guys already know that I like doing this as much as the next guy. You know, I always like to place the VTuber. Whose blade I literally made. Or whose weapon I made. Whenever Clip Studio... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, whenever Clip Studio decides... Okay, now we're gonna delete all of this. All of these parts on the... We're gonna delete all these parts. And then select, expand selected area by... Let's just say 2. Delete! All right, we have her. Let me take a look at the other illustrations for comparison's sake. Okay, let me check Nano. Nano is the one who made her model after all, so okay, there we go. Need to make this a little bigger. I think this is fine. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, this is more than fine. Maybe just here. There we go. And then we do an opacity layer. I don't remember how much opacity did I need for Nano. Let me check. Open finish artwork. No, Clip Studio is the one I'm looking for. Where is it? No, there it is. How much opacity did I use for her? 30. Okay, that's all I need. 30 opacity. There we go. Okay, chat. We did it. We have done the mousy cleaver. And there's one more thing. There's one more thing left to do, chat. Only one more thing. Copy the entirety of the file. Turn this off. And then... Wait, chat. We're not done. We're not done yet. Hold on a second. Cleaver. No, we don't need the cleaver. We don't need dark violet. I think this... Yep, there it is. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, now we're done, chat. Now we're done. Chat, the question that I have for you all is, whenever you use a sword, do you prefer the sword to be a cleaver or do you prefer the sword to be a dagger? Let me find a color that... Okay, this one's perfect. Let me just do another layer so we can finish this off. Let me just do this. There we go. There we go. Hey, we did it, chat. Finally, we turned my favorite VTuber into a weapon. Oh my god, that was hard. That was... Yeah, I actually... Let's be real, chat. I actually had to think for this one a lot. I was like, wait a minute, doesn't she use red? And I was like, yeah, we should use the red. And we did it. We actually did it. After weeks of what felt what forever, we have finally done it, chat. It's done. It's finally done. All I need to do now is just save this illustration and post it on social media, and hopefully Mousy likes it. Ironmouse Ironmouse weapon. There we go. Alright, there's that. Save as Ironmouse weapon, and then on the finished artworks as a PNG. There we go. And then for the mood board over here, we haven't done any changes to the mood board, so maybe let me just save it just in case. Okay, chat, we did it. We went from this to this. Now the only thing I need to do is post it on Twitter, post it on Reddit, post it everywhere I go, and I really hope that Ironmouse likes it. Or at least the fan account, because that's where a lot of people actually do get a lot of likes and follows. But anyways, it doesn't matter. I just did this for the love of the game. Do I have a problem if I say that I like turning VTubers into weapons? I think I do. But anyways, this concludes tonight's art stream. Finally, after a long ass time, my favorite VTuber as a weapon. Yee. Okay, we finally have everything. And that means that I can finally stream. Well, I can finally stream more art for you guys on Fridays. So that means I do not... Chat, I'll be right back. Give me a minute. Chat. Chat. You know what pisses me off more than anything? Besides getting interrupted? Chat. You know what really pisses me off? Like, a lot? Well, I'll show you. Chat. 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 Es que a la verdad hay que ser lambebicho. Hay que ser lambebicho como para hacer cosas como estas, mano. Si hay algo que a mí me diabla, me saca el diablo, es esto. ¿Te ven esto? Esto. Esto que está rojo. This is you see red. Esa cosa lambebicho. Get these fucking butts out of here, bro. What the fuck? I'm sorry that we had to end it on a bad note, chat. I'm really sorry, chat. I'm sorry you guys had to. Well, at least you guys got a clip from me, I guess, but fucking hell, dude. I was doing so well. I was having fun. I was having fun drawing my favorite VTuber, and then these bots had to come here and fuck it up. My disappointment is immeasurable. And my day's fucking ruined. It's time for Raid a Streamer, where we raid a streamer at the end of each stream. Let's see, who do we have as a raid victim tonight? Let's see, someone who we haven't raided for a long time. Or somebody who's also doing art. Or we can also raid an artist, it doesn't matter. I just want to raid somebody. I just want to raid somebody and get this over with, because honestly, that last part of the stream was a fucking disaster, and I was just having so much fun. You know what? Let's do something real quick. Creator dashboard, stream manager. I'm gonna blast you guys somewhere. It doesn't matter where. At this point, I don't even care who do I raid. I just, god damn it, man. I just don't care anymore, chat. I really don't. Everything was alright. Everything was A-okay. And all I had to do was just see chat once. And see that, and see that. Alright, chat. I am going to send you guys towards... Let's see. Somebody who's doing art. Somebody who's an artist. Okay, it's been a while since we've raided her, but let's see. She hasn't been online much per se, but I'm pretty sure you guys will like her as well. We're going to be raiding Point, who has not been online for a while, but you know what? She's an artist. She's an artist, just like me. She's currently playing Fatal Frame 2. So, let me actually write some. Let me write something in my chat that a human can write, because my fucking god. Okay, chat. If you guys have the sub, you guys already know the drill. You guys can send the mini-me, you know, with the little megaphone. If you guys don't have the sub, then that's fine. You know, you guys can just type in everything in full on caps lock. But We're gonna be rating Point. Do show her some love, and I will see you all next time. Sorry that you guys had to see me rant in my native language. Honestly, it just pisses me off seeing that type of shit all the time. But I'll see you guys on Monday for more Slay Aspire. Bye! Oh yeah, and whoever is sending that stream boo link, you can go fuck yourself. Anyways, sorry about that, chat.